Hey, what's up, YouTube? I'm bringing you guys another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle, this time against my friend Reece for my PSS. Now, I've actually been waiting to rematch him for such a long time because, it's been forever since me and him battled. So he's gonna be bringing in the Zoomeril, Honchkrow, Venomoth. Actually don't see Venomoth that much. Um, I was actually pretty surprised that he brought it, but it's really freaking good. So, he's gonna be bringing Lucario, Charizard, and Mew. So I saw his team and I was like, I can handle everything except for that Mew. Because for some reason, people have Mews that are invested in everything, and I just don't see how they do it. I mean, it is a legendary, but for crying out loud, how do they have max everything? Because I know you can't breed those things, there's no way to IV breed them. So I'm going to be bringing my Weezing, my Mega Blastoise, which is freaking awesome. It's got mixed defenses, special attack, and it's got some HP in there. So I'm gonna also be bringing my Choice Scarf Landers because that thing lately has just been doing wonders for me. I'm gonna bring in my Choice Banded Metagross. I'll tell you guys a little bit why into the battle. My Life Orb, Galwing's Talonflame, and my Malamar, hoping I can get off my trick with the Switcheroo Toxic Orb on him this time, because lately everybody's been taking down my Malamar, and it's really aggravating. Alright, so I saw the Cherish Ball and I was like, Mew. So he goes into Mew. Unfortunately, that is such a bad setup for my Weezing. Now, I don't know what he was gonna go for, so I figured, you know what, Psychic type attack. Metagross resists 4 times. Let's go, Metagross, take this thing out. He goes for Taunt. So, luckily, oh wait a minute, that's right. So, I have Bullet Punch, Choice Banded, Stab, does nothing, and I'm like really aggravated about that. So he goes for a Stealth Rock, and I'm like, how am I supposed to beat this thing? Because if I can't hit it with physical attacks, then I'll have to hit it with special attacks. But then what if that thing is specially defensive? So he's gonna actually transform into my Metagross, and I'm like, okay, you wanna know what? This is actually gonna be really fun. So it's like my Metagross versus his, and for some reason, oh, that's right, I got a crit. I was like, how did it do more damage when he resists it? So, he has leftovers, my taunt wears off, I don't care, I don't have any status moves on this thing. Well, like, there's Rock Polish, but I'm choiced into Bullet Punch, so. He goes out into his Blazus, which is his shiny Azumarill, and, like, I'm switching out. I don't know, actually, I don't know what I was predicting. I don't know why I did that. Actually, I'm just gonna watch a little bit to see why. Oh, that's right. I switched out Metagross the turn that he switched out, so it was a double switch out. And, so I figured he was going to go for, like, a water type attack. So I was like, I'm going to go into Weezing, because this thing's physically defensive. It can take anything. So, I don't think that Azumarill's got huge power. And I'm not really fearing any of its moves, because Superpower and Play Rough, they're not touching Weezing. So, he's going to switch out predicting, like, a poison type attack, I think. I actually go for Will-O-Wisp, and this burn is going to do wonders for me, because as long as we got a Mew that's taking some kind of residual damage, we're good. So, unfortunately, he has Synchronize. I was not thinking about that. I was like, holy crap. So now Weezing is burned, and that was, like, one of my physical walls. That's like, my only one. So, well, actually, there's my Metagross, but he can't take, like, an Earthquake, or, actually, he can take an Earthquake, just not too many. So I'm going to be taking more of my burn damage. I switch out, and apparently he stays in. So, I go out into Malamar predicting, like, a Psychic coming my way. And, believe it or not, he actually goes for Transform. So this is the second time he's copied my team. Now, unfortunately, Malamar is going to get poisoned, because I did not put him up front when I should have. I never think about that. I never put him up front, because I always think about the Pokemon and not the battle. So, he sees me poisoned, so I think he knows something's coming up. He goes out and goes Blazus. Now, this is the one I get poisoned. So, so I go for Switcheroo. I get his Assault Vest, and he gets my Toxic Orb. Now, it kind of sucks that me and him are going to be taking residual poison damage. However, I'm going to be going down first. Malamar's really just... at this point, it's just death fodder. Or if I just wanted to take, like, a hit or something to save one of my other team members. So, he's gonna go for another, Waterfall, which did, actually, a lot more than it did before. So I'm kind of curious why. He's going to go for a priority Aqua Jet, and that's going to take out my Weezing, unfortunately, because I at least want to get, like, an Explosion or Sludge Bomb off. So it's going to be he's going to be taking more residual poison damage. And I'm going to go out on my Malamar, because I actually get off a Psychic on this thing. So, I figured that Malamar could at least do some damage to this thing. Fortunately, I'm going to die to a Play Rough. I'm actually excited about that, because now, that actually got more damage off on Bleezus. So, I'm gonna go out on a Landorus, and, luckily for me, because this thing's a freaking sweeper. So, we've got an Intimidate off on this thing, so when it goes for its priority Aqua Jet, like it just does now, I won't be taking that much damage. So I go for Rock Slide, and miss it, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. So, this match actually was not easy, so I want to preserve my Landorus because it's just like a freaking beast. So, predicting a Waterfall or Aqua Jet, I'm going to go out on my Blastoise because I know it can take a hit. That's what I trained it for. So, luckily that thing is going down to poison damage. I'm just, putting my feet up, kicking back, relaxing at this point. At least I don't got that fairy freaking counter on my team, so he's going to go out into Mew. This is where I Mega Evolve, and I go for Dark Pulse, because like I said earlier in the video, I want to hit this thing with a special attack, and just not, let this thing live, because that thing actually really gets on my nerves. So he's going to go for a Transform, predicting a Water-type attack, maybe because he thought, just because it was Stab that I was going to go for it, so, no, he was dead wrong. So, he's got leftovers on him, and he's taking even more burn damage. So, luckily, I outspeed. I actually was not predicting that, and I went for Aura Sphere now because he's a water type, and that's going to take him out. So, I wasn't pretty sure I would outspeed him with my Blastoise. I was actually really happy with Blastoise. So, I wasn't happy with him now, because that Venomoth has to be Wide Lens, or it has to have Compound Eyes, or something to raise its accuracy, because not too many people can land a Sleep Powder the first try. So now Blastoise is going to stay dance while that thing just sets up. And, I think that is his late-game sweeper. Honestly, people are just, when they see Venomoth, they're just like, oh, I can just hit this thing with, like, a Rock Blast, or Rock Tomb, or Flamethrower, and it's down. No, you're dead wrong. No, it's not. So this thing is already at +2 speed, +2 special attack, and +2 special defense. So that's really going to hit my team hard. So, I'm going to be asleep for another turn while this thing sets up. So, I'm pretty doomed at this point. Yeah, so I wake up on the turn I wake up on the turn that, doesn't even count at all, because this thing's already set up. However, this thing has actually really bad physical defenses, so he's gonna go for a Bug Buzz. And, unfortunately, it's gonna take out my Blastoise. Now, I have a Choice Scarfed Landorus. This is where I just, I'm just, really confused at this point, because, well, when I get off an Intimidate, I don't think that really matters. So, so this thing sets up Quiver Dance. Not sure why. So, I go for a, Earthquake, and, one-shot that Moses, his Venomoth. I'm actually really excited at that point, because now I don't have to worry about it taking down anything else. He goes on to his Beatdown, which is his Honchkrow, and he goes for a Sucker Punch, and that is going to take out my Landorus. I actually didn't really mind that, because, you want to know, I didn't really have anything else to take. I just couldn't attack anymore with Landorus, so he's going to take Life Orb damage, and he's going to get off a Moxie Boost. So I'm going to go out into my Metagross, because the only thing that thing has to hit me with is, Sucker Punch, unless it's got Foul Play or Dark Pulse. So I get a critical hit Bullet Punch, which matters the most. I was actually speechless when I saw this Brave Bird, because I was like, wait a minute, what is he doing? Going for a Brave Bird on my Metagross, but then I was like, holy crap, that brought Metagross down past half. So he goes for a Sucker Punch, unfortunately, as I go for the Bullet Punch. And that will take me out. So, you know, I'm at this point and I'm like, you wanna know what? I have to do it. I have to, like, admit defeat, because I don't think I can make a comeback. He's gonna get off Moxie and die to his life orb, so he's not gonna be doing any more sweeping for my team. So, I'll just tell you guys right now, it's the final turn of the match. So, he goes out in his Charizard, I go out into my Talonflame. I take so much damage from the point of rocks, it's not even funny. He goes out into his Charizard X, copying my moves. No, I'm just kidding. But, yeah, unfortunately, that thing's gonna be taking me out. I did go for a Priority Brave Bird, because, you know, I just want to at least get some damage off on this guy, like, as much as possible, to make it a really good match. And look how close I was to killing that thing. I look at it, and I was like, seriously, I was so close to beating him. But then I was like, you wanna know what? It's fine, it was a good match, I'm down with that. So yeah, guys, that was a battle against my friend Reece from my PSS. It was a really good match, and it's been a while since I battled him. So you wanna know what? I got in a good match with him. I'm actually pretty happy. That was actually one of my favorite. That's one of my best battles. But yeah, if you guys like the video, give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and leave your friend code in the comment section below if you guys ever want to battle me. Just check out my previous videos, and I'll have my friend code in them. So yeah, um. That was a pretty good battle. You know, it had its ups and downs and its climactic rises, but I never really got to that Lucario, so I knew that Talonflame wouldn't be able to take it out. But yeah, that was a good match, guys. So until next time on another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle.